Hi everyone, I hope you've had a great week. Unfortunately, we're still unable to meet in person and I miss you all so much, but today's lesson is still going to be amazing. So first, for our crafts this week, I want you to run and get your supplies. We're going to need some paper, some colored pens, a scissors, and if you can get your hands on some colored tissue paper, that'll be great. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds to quickly run and get your supplies so that we get started this week. How's that sound? Great! Okay, are you guys ready? Are you sure? Great, let's get started. So this week's story, we're talking about King Nebuchadnezzar. Do you remember King Nebuchadnezzar from last week in Daniel's story? That's right. So our story starts off in Daniel chapter 3, where we find that King Nebuchadnezzar was still having difficulty understanding who God really was. So he thought of a great idea to build a statue in the image of God so that people can worship it. He wanted to build this statue and make it big and amazing so that everyone across his kingdom can worship the statue. So on the day when this statue was to be dedicated, he called all his officials and his government people to come and worship together with everybody else. But he made one very strict rule. He told his people that when they hear music playing from the harps or the trumpets, then they are supposed to bow down and worship the statue. Otherwise, if they do not, they were going to be thrown in a fiery furnace. So everyone around the kingdom was so afraid because nobody wants to be thrown in a fiery furnace, right? So when the music started playing, everybody was bowing down and worshiping the statue, except for three men who were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So his officials saw that these three men were not bowing down to the statue, and they immediately ran to King Nebuchadnezzar to report that these three men did not follow his rule. King Nebuchadnezzar got so angry that he asked his men to bring these three men before him. So when they came before the king, he told them that I'm going to give you one more chance to bow down to this statue, otherwise I'm going to throw you into the fiery furnace. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow down to the statue, and they told the king that even if you throw us into the fire, our God will surely deliver us. And even if he does not, we are still not going to worship your statue. Oh, that made King Nebuchadnezzar so upset. He was so angry that he told his officials and guards to make the fire 10 times hotter than it normally was. So, when he ordered that these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, be thrown into the fire, the guards that took them and threw them in the fire were actually burnt by the heat because the heat was that intense. So, after a few minutes, the king looked into the fire and he was shocked because weren't there supposed to be only 3 men in the fire? Why were there 4? And to top it all off, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not burnt. They were perfectly fine. They were walking around in the flames as if nothing is wrong. And this 4th man was with them, walking with them. The king was completely shocked and completely amazed that he told them to come out of the fire. And when they came out, he then realized that the God that they worship is the true God, and he delivered them from the fire. So, what do we learn from this story? The first thing that we learn is bravery. If Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego hadn't been brave, they wouldn't have gone against the king. They would have been afraid and worshipped the statue, and even made God really angry for worshipping the statue. And the good thing is, their act of bravery and their act of courage actually ended up convincing King Nebuchadnezzar that their God was the true God. And then he ordered that everyone who worships the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego should not be punished. How amazing is that? It's a beautiful story. So, we're going to do something fun that is based on the story that we've just learned. We are going to draw the 4 men, that is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the angel that was walking with them in the fire. And we're going to draw them to the best of our abilities, okay? I want you guys to be as creative as you want to be. You can use whatever colors you want. If you want to use red and yellow and orange for the flames, just use your beautiful imagination. And I would love to see the pictures that you come up with. So, I'm going to show you what my picture looks like. This is my picture. What do you think? You can get your mom and your dad to help you to color it in, or if you want to draw yours right from the start, that is perfectly fine. I want you to use your imagination, do whatever you like, and ask your mommy and your daddy to post it on our Facebook page so that I can see your pictures too. So guys, that's it for this week. I hope that you enjoyed our story and that you will enjoy making the picture of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and the angel and the fire, and I can't wait to see your pictures on our Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us this week, guys, and I hope that you have a great week, and looking forward to spending more time with you as soon as it is possible. God bless you. Have a great week. Bye.